Before Apollo 11 flew, NASA prepared for the possibility of failure. A contingency memo was drafted for the president just in case the crew never returned. The memo is titled An Event of Moon Disaster and is preserved in the National Archives. It was written by White House speechwriter William Safire on July 18, 1969. 2 days earlier, Apollo 11 launched on July 16, 1969. The memo existed because a lunar landing had never been attempted by humans. Every phase carried risk: launch, translunar flight, landing, and ascent. The landing itself was tense, with alarms sounding in the lunar module. If the ascent engine failed, there was no rescue option on the moon. The contingency memo outlined a national address in the worst case. It acknowledges that the astronauts would remain on the moon. This document was never used, but it shows how close success and tragedy can be. On July 20, 1969, Apollo 11 landed in the Sea of Tranquility. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin carried out the surface mission as planned. Their safe ascent made the memo obsolete in the best possible way. After rendezvous, the crew returned toward Earth. Apollo 11 splashed down on July 24, 1969. The memo stayed in archives as a reminder of the mission's risk. Risk planning was essential for every Apollo mission. The speech does not diminish the achievement, it deepens our respect for it. It is one of the most haunting documents connected to the moon landing. The memo proves leaders prepared for both triumph and loss. The Apollo era demanded bold choices and rigorous contingency planning.
Apollo 11 remains a success story that nearly had a darker ending.
The memo's survival lets us see the full picture of the mission's stakes. It is a reminder that space exploration is never guaranteed. Preparation for disaster is part of how NASA achieved success. The memo stands beside the landing as an artifact of the same historic moment.